Fuck what y'all talking about. This is a woman's argument. This is something women say. Because I don't like your stinking ass.
Did you hear what I said?
Because I'm able to dissect your bullshit. What y'all says, he must not like his wife. You on here on YouTube, Trigger Mike, ain't you married? You ain't happy with your wife? You on YouTube all the time complaining about single women. Because I can look at your stinking ass and tell you fucked up.
And men don't like that. And they don't like and they're incentivized to do it, and they got their friends that's egging them on, and men don't like who she's become. I'll leave it at that.
Also, Shannon, I wanted to ask you this. Do you think it's a little projection? Because, again, we know who he's speaking for. Do you think it's a little projection? Because we know the numbers. 70% of these divorces are initiated by y'all. So y'all talking about who we don't like. You should be asking them. And also, it's used. That's another excuse that they use. They try to, they're 70% of the divorce rate, right? 70, 80% of the divorce rate. Oh, well, why did you divorce him? Oh, well, it must have been him. He didn't like me. You have to come up with a reason that makes sense. So you'll say, oh, well, he didn't like me. These men don't like their wives. So that's why I had to let them go.
Yeah, especially when it's something that can't be quantified. It's like, well, how can you argue a feeling? So he don't like me. So then how can somebody say, well, prove it? You can't.
This is what seems like why a lot of dudes don't want to take that next step into marriage, because they're already getting everything that you would get in a marriage, without the state involved, without the paperwork involved. And sort of, I've heard of dudes. This is a couple true stories from a personal lived experience. I know a family member was with his girlfriend for like 14 years. Kids, house, everything, whatever. He elected to marry her. And then 3 years later, he was complaining. He's like, yeah, she just like stopped doing everything. She just wasn't cooking like she was before. She was complaining about a lot of just small things, and like I've done all the work. I make sure we good trips and all that, and he was complaining about how she just stopped showing up how she used to be. And
she got the bag. She got the bag. No need for me to try now that I got what I need.
And I couldn't at the time, this was years ago, and at the time I couldn't quantify the reason why that was. And sure enough, like within them 3 years, like they ended up getting a divorce. You know what I'm saying? They split. They built up. They were fine for like 14, 15 years, and then they got married, and then she kind of changed up. So was it that she was never intentional from the very beginning, and she knew like this is the best guy that I could get, and he's doing everything that he needs to do on his part, and he's showing up, right? And I'm gonna do everything to secure and keep this man because I have nothing to secure me in this relationship, And then it seemed like maybe perhaps once she, was solidified, she changed up.
You eliminated the chase. There's no need for me to try and do anything extra. That's what I feel. They're always trying to size up whether they can go to a better option or there's another option. But when you're a man and you're not giving them that concrete yes, and you're grinding and pushing, you're now a possibility. So she's all over the place. But once you say, okay, this is it, you've given her a stone to stand on. Now I don't have to try. Definitely.
And I agree with the point that Humble Dad brought up earlier, and it's important to highlight. You as the man set the tone in the relationship. You set the tone in the marriage, right? And I think that there are expectations that need to be laid out and talked about prior to getting married, prior to getting into this type of long-term monogamous relationship, whatever your dynamic is. And I think that step right there, those expectations, because a lot of people tend, and especially women too, they have this idea like they're going to do this, they're going to do that, but they really haven't talked about what they expect and how they're supposed to. They're like, I expect you to still cook. Even if we're married now, I still expect you to do these things and show up in this capacity, right? Like nothing has changed. And I think that conversation needs to be revisited all the time, you know? And this is why I always said, like, you got to check in with your person, because at times people get on autopilot and they forget forget that they're actually in a relationship and they need to still continue to show up in full capacity.
All right. Ricky, let's get you in there.
First and foremost, fuck what y'all talking about. This is a woman's argument. This is something women say because I don't like your stinking ass.
Did you hear what I said?
Because I'm able to dissect your bullshit. What y'all says, he must not like his wife. You on here on YouTube, Trigger Mike, ain't you married? You ain't happy with your wife? You on YouTube all the time complaining about single women. Because I can look at your stinking ass and tell you fucked up. Because the truth is, if you a real husband, ain't nobody gonna know how you treat your wife any goddamn way.
Did you hear what I said?
Y'all ain't gonna never know how I treat my wife because she's mine. She's not yours to see. She's not yours to dissect. Right? But y'all allow y'all women out in these spaces and putting all y'all business out in the world, right? See, that dude, that's when I tell y'all, when y'all be marrying y'all girlfriends. Right? And of course she happy because she move how she want to move and shake how she want to take. Girl trips every 6 months. I love and like my wife. You know how I prove that in my actions, nigga. Not what the fuck I tell y'all. And me and my wife got an understanding that y'all would never have. Because if you had it, your ass wouldn't be in the goddamn chat single than a bitch.
Damn.
Yeah,
that was vicious.
We got to let that simmer for just 1 second. I can't give my answer after that. So we're going to let that one simmer. All right. So I'm on Shan's, like Shan kind of took what I was going to say. Men do feel like they are hoodwinked. All right. But let's speak about the women that men are marrying today. If it seems like these men don't like their wife at any point in time, it's because women made themselves into something that is no longer likable. And the men are trying to figure it out because, as you can see clearly from the numbers, we don't leave. We're stuck, essentially, especially if kids are in there. All right. So let's go into what the dude said. We got our opinions about him or whatever, but he used the word inspirational to describe a woman. Do we think the modern woman is an inspirational woman when it comes to her man? Many of them are not. They are selfish. And just like Shan said, a lot of them are focused. They're laser focused on doing what is necessary to get that ring. They cooking damn near naked. They asking you what you want for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My wife brought me 2 meals at the job a day when she was trying to get that ring. All right. So they do all of this stuff religiously when they're trying to get the ring and then hit a swift U-turn once they have it. All right. Women are no longer vibrant. They're not that inspirational and they're no longer likable. Men used to be amazed by their wives. Meaning, I understand women, and like I said, even on the previous topic, women will try to slide in there like, what's so special about her anyway? I look better than her. And that's one of the most immature statements a woman can make.